Konnichiwa, this is Sakura, and you're watching PokeCast. Today's review is on Superman vs. Ali. And what can I not say about this? When it comes to awesomeness and just a great way to bring things together, I think they did a good job on this. I mean, right off the bat. This right here, bringing two titans of Americana together to do battle is phenomenal. The first thing I'd like to point out, though, is I didn't have the original. There's a good reason for that. It's very expensive to get the original, so I had to go with the deluxe hard edition, but I still get to read it, so that's always good. So what is this one all about? Well, in a nutshell, you have an alien race called the Scrub. They have come to Earth, and their leader, Ratlar, feels that the Earth is extremely dangerous, so his idea is, why not have some fun, because this warrior race does appreciate a good fight. So he decides to take the world's best warriors. In this case, it happens to be Superman and Ali, and he has them fight each other. And then whoever wins gets to fight the champion of the Scrub, which happens to be Hanyar. And that's how it goes. And if they can beat the champion, then Earth will be saved, or I should say, be spared. When it comes to how everything's set down, you really get to see both characters be themselves in this. It's fantastic to see just how well they mesh together. You get to see how Superman finally, when they have a 24 hours before the fight starts, so he builds a ring which puts him and Ali into the nth dimension, for that way he can learn boxing, because he doesn't know how to box. And you get to see, Superman gets to take the time to actually learn the rules, learn how to box, and learn how, to get ready for this competition. Because when the competition will start, there'll actually be a solar system with a yellow sun, so Superman's superhuman strength is gone. That way it's an even match. Actually, I don't think you can call it an even match of Superman and Ali. Because let's face it, without his super strength, Ali's stronger than he is. Flat out, And it's really nice we get to see how they, come together. You have Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane being the voice of the matches. Is mainly it's Jimmy, but you get to see them, playing the parts, and it's really nice when you finally get to see them get into the ring. You get to see, especially at that time, the two heroes that really helped out, help people out back then, finally duke it out to show, truly who is the champion. And I like how they get it started. You get to see how Ali just starts going at it. You see Superman going at it, and hands down, because Superman's always used to having superpowers, he's no match. It's over before it even started. Boxing was not one of Clark Kent's things in high school, so it's not something he was used to. Plus, he's going against somebody that is the best in the world. And I think it's amazing that regardless that Superman is losing, he refuses to yield. And then you finally get to see, Ali just walk away, and Superman collapses finally. I think it was a very important match to see see that because you can see that a good reminder. Without his powers, Superman can only do so much. But those who have trained their whole life to gain the skills that they need in their profession will dwarf those with superpowers if given the right circumstances, such as this. I like how when the match officially goes away, Athena, I think it was. Let me just double check because I don't want to misquote myself of anything. Let's see. Yeah, Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, appears, and of course, even in their culture, she's known as the spirit of courage, a Ronin, and she comes and is just flat out, okay, I'm here to be a judge for this momentous occasion because I know you will respect my judgment. I think that's a nice touch to bring in bring in a goddess to like, okay, I will be the person to watch over the match between Earth and the Scrubs. And man, it's brutal watching it. I mean, Ali really had a tough time for a while there until the idiot Ratlar pissed him off and was able to he came back with just that with that momentum, with that pride, with that energy, and saving the Earth. I like how even though everything was said and done at the end, how things were different and how things turned out at the very end. I'm not going to spoil much more. That way you guys can enjoy reading and seeing all the conclusions. But I like how just bringing all that together, showing, like I said, Superman without his superpowers versus, literally the god of boxing, if you want us to go that far. And showing that, okay, take away his superpowers and have this person that is fully trained and at the peak of, what he is, who would win. And I think that they chose the right person because that is important to show. Yes, you may be a Superman, take away your powers, and against someone like Ali, you're nothing. The art, I think, was, the art was really good. I was really happy that they stuck with it. And I like how they really enjoyed themselves writing this. Yeah, it is a little weird. All of a sudden, aliens come and try, threaten the Earth, and you have our two heroes fight. It works. I've read a couple others that kind of, put two things together that wouldn't seem to go together. Story, yeah, you can totally tell it was just written quickly. This one was thought over, in my opinion, to where it works for what you want to read and what you want to see. At the same time, you're like, okay, I want Superman to beat him, but you know that he's not going to. So, I'm very happy that they did the way that they did it, and I'm very excited to actually own a copy, even if it's not the official. But let's face it, I can spend, $15, $20 on this copy and not spend $200 to $300 on the original copy because I can't afford that. So I'm very happy to at least have a copy of it, and I'm not going to complain about that. And for all those out there who are looking for a good one that's a versus comic, this is one I highly recommend to pick up because it's so iconic that it just screams Americana. That this is what that is. And I think that this is definitely one of those that I'm really happy to have with my versus collection that I'm putting together. And I wouldn't miss it for the world to actually have this one in my collection. So for all of you out there who are looking for a good one to read, I highly recommend this one. if I were to rate this one, in my opinion, I'd probably give it about 4.5 or 5 out of 5 stars, just because I don't think they did wrong on this. Everything worked out nicely, and the art was there, the writing that we're used to seeing was there. They really put their heart and soul into this and made it into something that we could read and enjoy. And that's why I feel that this is definitely, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, 5 out of 5 stars. And one I highly recommend. So this is T. Sakura doing a review on Superman vs. Muhammad Ali from 1978. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Ciao and sayonara.